I'm Dr. Jeffrey Tyson. I'm the founder and CEO of Lazarus. The problem we are seeking to address is the huge number of opioid overdose fatalities that we're seeing in the U.S. these days. There are over 100,000 drug-related deaths a year. The preponderance of those are from opioids, with a significant percentage of those being from synthetic opioids such as fentanyl. Our solution is an easily implanted medical device that will monitor respiratory rate, and if the rate drops below a certain threshold for a certain period of time, deliver a rescue dose of naloxone. We're calling the device the implanted first responder. Most opioid overdose deaths occur where the patients are alone without access to a first responder who has naloxone. That's the problem we are seeking to address. There are two significant markets for the device. The largest market in terms of numbers is the legitimately prescribed chronic opioid population. There are about an estimate of 10 million patients. I think that's probably conservative, but at least 10 million patients in the U.S. legitimately prescribed opioids for chronic pain. In that population, the customer will actually be the provider who will either encourage or require the patients have the implanted first responder as a condition for receiving chronic opioid therapy, just like we require other things these days, such as compliance with pain treatment agreements, including urine drug screens and other requirements. The smaller population, but where it will have a much more significant clinical impact, is the opioid substance use disorder population. There are about 2.5 million patients in the U.S. suffering from active substance use disorder at any given time. The point of intervention for that population is going to be very different than the chronic pain population, because they're not going to go to their physicians and say, gee, would you implant this device so we can continue our addictive behaviors. But for every opioid overdose fatality, there are about 26 non-fatal ER admissions for opioid overdoses that are near misses, and that's the point of intervention in that patient population. There are no other implantable devices at this point that we have in terms of competition. Barriers to entry: we have a patent that was secured in August of last year, a broad patent that covers the device. From a regulatory standpoint, we would anticipate a PMA approval process. I would also anticipate that we could get emergency use authorization in a subpopulation of patients who have been previously resuscitated with naloxone. There was a Massachusetts study a number of years ago that looked at every patient in Massachusetts who had been resuscitated with naloxone. At the end of 1 year period, 15% of that population was dead. So that would be an ideal population for an EUA for our device. This is a high priority for the FDA. An example of that is the Ezio external naloxone injector, which was approved within 3 months of their NDA filing. So this is a area of high priority for the FDA, which I think will give us a bit of a tailwind in the regulatory process. Our exit strategy at this point is finding a licensing agreement with a major medical device manufacturer that has existing sales forces detailing pain management specialists, as well as the capability for doing their own in-house designing, quality control, manufacturing of this device. So I'm very much looking forward to presenting this at AAPM, and I hope that we're given serious consideration. Thank you very much.